Saquon, your uncle Iran was a multi-division world champion boxer. Do you see any similarities between boxing and football? And do you have any current boxers that you like to watch or that are your favorites?
Yeah, I got a lot of current boxers I like to watch. My favorite right now would definitely be Shakur Stevenson. But going back to the first part of your question, yeah, I mean, boxing is kind of its own sport, it's an individual sport, but I think the mentality is big, and you know, it's a team sport, but within the team sport, you got to win your one-on-ones. So that's why I try to lock in and focus and have an unbelievable offensive line and an unbelievable coach that put me in a lot of positions to win my one-on-ones. And when you're getting that, there's got to be a killer mindset. You got to go in there and kind of go for the KO. Nice trophy.
With the elite season you're having this year, what would you say is the most important attribute to being an elite running back in the NFL when you got speed, you know, your vision, your feet, your power? What's the most important attribute?
Getting your shoulder square. I think when you get your shoulder square, you're able to see everything and you're able to allow your natural ability to show up. A lot of people don't really understand that, and you know, you get caught up in guys and even coaches sometimes. Everybody, oh, he's not hitting the hole, or you know, he's taking his time. Le'Veon Bell was really good at it. You know, I don't advise younger backs to take his style because you have to be at a whole nother level to do it the way he did. But I would say getting your shoulder square, seeing everything, and letting your God-given ability take over.
Saquon, can you give us any insight into your game day routine, and will it change on Super Bowl Sunday?
It will not change on Super Bowl. You got to stay consistent. That's pretty much my game day routine. I go in there, I work from toes all the way up to get that activated. Then I go on the field, get my body going, get my body moving. Then I go out there and play the ball. It's been cool, man. I think football has been, I take pride in that. You know, I struggled in pass pro early in my career, but I've always tried to be a guy that want to stay on the football field, whether it's first down, second down, third down, short yardage, wherever the situation is, be able to be there for my team. And it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of L's too. I got my butt whooped a couple times in pass pro. It's football though. You're gonna know you're gonna lose some battles, but just try to win more than you lose.
Why is that so rare in the league?
I don't know. I think it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard to have a successful season as an individual and go win a Super Bowl. It's hard to do that. Like, you know, I think that's kind of a thing that they just focus on the running back position. But how many receivers that had the receiving title and won a Super Bowl? How many quarterbacks had the passing title and won a Super Bowl? You know, those numbers kind of get dumbed down a little bit. So, but hopefully I'm able to be the third one to do it. That's a goal of mine.
Saquon, every great running back has a great offensive line. Let's talk about those guys and how much they helped you this year.
So much. The biggest thing about those guys is obviously they're massive, they're super athletic, but just how versatile they are. And it takes pride. You got to take pride in that as a back. You got to be able to run every scheme because you know these guys can block it up right and get you open. But like you said, every great running back is only great because of the offensive line. Every great team, every great offense is only great because of the offensive line. Those big boys don't get enough love, and you know. That's why my job for guys like me and Jalen and Smitty, when we in the limelight, we make sure we show where the love is supposed to go to.
Saquon, you mentioned how your team is really close and it's been a long and busy week for you guys. What are some of the things you're doing to keep that energy and camaraderie up heading into the big game?
I think it's sometimes these weeks are so much easier to do that because we're not forced to go home. We're all kind of in a hotel together. So whether we're eating lunch and dinner together, playing ping pong, playing NCAA against each other, those are all the things that continue to help us build and grow this week.
You talked about how much your family support means to you. What's the story behind that pregame handshake with your daughter? How did that come to be?
Yeah, me and my daughter have had that handshake for a very long time. It just, you know, when you're winning games or you're playing well, cameras are always on you. So that's where that one comes from. And then I got a new one with my son, who's 2. And you ever seen Nemo?
Yes.
And we do like the fin, noggin, dude. That's our handshake that we do.
Saquon, I want to ask you about Spagno though. It's never allowed 100-yard rushers in the playoffs to achieve. How are you managing that task against Chris Jones, George Kalafdis on Sunday?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, and that's kind of expected. You know, it's the best team in the NFC and the best team in the AFC going toe to toe. Spags is a hell of a coach. You I've known that before, but now actually watching film, I've never played them actually, but now watching film and actually getting a beat on what they do, you see why he's so special. You see why that team is so special. And it starts with 95, but they're elite at all levels. So it's gonna be a tough challenge. I know the record of guys who haven't rushed for 100 yards, but at the end of the day, whether I rush for 20 yards, as long as we win and we hold the trophy up, that's the only thing that matters.
You just talk about your family, man. I'm talking to a bunch of players about their family and their support system, man. If you could give them their flowers, what would you tell them?
I give them their flowers in real life too. I tell them all the time. I'm not the man I am today without them. I'm not the player I am today without them. There's a lot of adversity, there's a lot of up and downs, and especially now, I'm the guy, and everyone want to talk to me and want to put me in that direction. But when I wasn't the guy, and I had to teach myself how to walk again and learn how to run again, my family was right by my side. My lady was the one walking me upstairs. My daughter was the one putting the Band-Aids on my brace. My mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters, my boys. It's just so fun to for them to see the person that I became and the player that I became. They've always known that I was going to be, and it's also fun to celebrate with them. So hopefully we have another moment on Sunday.